Have you ever been standing in line, minding your own business, when someone decides the rules just don't apply to them? They push, they shove, they think the world owes them everything. Well, when a woman tried to cut in front of me at the deli, she learned the hard way that sometimes justice comes in the form of potato wedges. If you've ever dreamed of putting an entitled person in their place, you're going to love this one. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you crave stories where karma comes served hot, and let's dive into one of the crispiest petty revenges you'll ever hear. It was an ordinary day. Grocery store trip. Nothing special. My wife had asked me to pick up something simple. Potato wedges from the deli. That was it. No drama. No expectation that I was about to walk into a battle of patience, entitlement, and crispy justice. The deli line wasn't long. 4 or 5 people. I was at the very end. I remember pulling out my phone, scrolling, waiting. Just another errand. And then she appeared. Some lady. That's what I'll call her. She had this stormy presence, like someone who radiates irritation before they even open their mouth. Beside her was what looked like her daughter, or maybe granddaughter. A younger girl who seemed used to this behavior. The woman scanned the line, frowned, and without hesitation, tried to squeeze her way to the counter. The deli worker, a young guy, probably college-aged, handled it with patience I honestly admired. He smiled politely and said, "Ma'am, the line starts back there." Her face soured, and she muttered something under her breath. She didn't like being told no. You could see it in her jaw, the way she shifted her weight like she was already planning her next move. Each time someone got their order, she would creep forward again, testing boundaries, pushing limits, and each time, the worker repeated himself, "Ma'am, you'll need to wait your turn." Her frustration grew louder, more dramatic. By the time the guy right in front of me was ordering, she was hissing to her daughter, "This is F*** ********************************************************** I ridiculous. I just want some wedges." And that's when a spark went off inside me. You ever feel that click in your brain? That moment where you realize, no, I'm not going to let this slide. I knew exactly what I was going to do. When it was finally my turn, she tried again. This time, she didn't even bother with subtlety. She just marched up like the laws of lines didn't apply to her. I stepped forward, turned slightly toward her, and said firmly, "End of the line is behind me." She exploded. "This is bullshit. It's first come, first serve." The deli worker and I exchanged the silent glance, equal parts disbelief and solidarity. We weren't going to budge. She stomped off to the side, muttering, radiating anger like a thundercloud. And that's when I saw it. The tray of potato wedges nearly empty. Just a sad handful left. That was when my plan crystallized. I leaned forward and asked the worker, "Can I get more than what's there?" He checked the tray, shrugged, and said, "We'll have to drop a fresh batch. Might take about." I glanced back at some lady. She was watching. She was listening. She knew exactly what I was waiting for. Her eyes rolled, so hard I swear she could see her own brain. She groaned loudly. She huffed, crossed her arms, stewed in her own impatience. 5 minutes turned into 10. The weight dragged, and I could feel her irritation building, bubbling, spilling over. And me, oh, I was calm, patient, because I knew what was coming. Finally, the worker brought out a fresh, steaming tray. Golden wedges piled high, the smell filling the deli area. Some lady moved, quick, like a predator about to pounce. But I stepped forward, raised my hand. He looked at me. "How much would you like?" And that's when I delivered the line I'd been holding inside, savoring, like the crunch of the first fry out of the basket. "I want all of the wedges." The worker blinked. "All of them?" I met his eyes, slowly, deliberately. "All of them." There was a beat of silence, then the smallest smirk crept across his face. "Sure thing." He started scooping, piling, bag after bag. The entire tray disappeared into a brown paper sack, just for me. I paid $14, the best $14 I've ever spent in my life. I walked away slowly, deliberately, so I could watch the fallout. Behind me, the woman's voice erupted. He did what? Heads turned. People stared. Her face was a storm of disbelief and fury. I didn't look back directly, but I felt her eyes burning into me, drilling holes through the back of my skull. What I wish I had done: turned, locked eyes, and eaten a wedge right in front of her. That would have been the cherry on top. But even without that, the satisfaction was indescribable. Because in that moment, she got exactly what she deserved. Her arrogance, her entitlement, her complete disregard for everyone else, all punished by something as simple as potatoes. No yelling match, no fight, just patience, timing, and the willingness to spend $14 to make sure she walked away empty-handed. He did what? Sometimes, revenge doesn't have to be elaborate. It doesn't have to be cruel. Sometimes the sweetest justice is found in small acts of pettiness that remind entitled people the rules apply to you, too. And in this case, the rules came fried, golden, and delicious. If this story gave you chills or made you hungry, smash that like button. And tell me in the comments, what's the pettiest revenge you've ever pulled off? I'd love to hear it. And of course, subscribe for more stories where karma always gets served hot and crispy.